Yeah. And it's not like I was spying on him.
Yeah.
But like I have the Ring camera. Like
Yeah.
I know when you're coming back.
I know when you're coming in and out of the house. Like I know.
Or
I
like
can
when-
see your usage on my internet,
When you
on my
caught him smoking weed in the
Wi-Fi.
bathroom, he's like, I'm not smoking.
Yeah, he was smoking weed in the bathroom, and he had the vent on, and it was literally like ventilating to my bathroom where I was taking a nice, relaxing bubble bath, and then I just get this big whiff of weed.
Right.
And I go outside of his door. Anthony, are you smoking weed? Literally, the smell of weed coming from his bathroom. No. Well, open the door. I'm not doing that right now. Okay.
He probably needs one of those 24/7 like homes for a little bit. But like
What kind of 24/7 home?
like mental like rehab kind of
Home health.
places.
What do you call it? Like a halfway house?
Yeah, where
Where they hold him accountable?
Yeah.
and like they limit your sources of like entertainment and stuff.
That would.
He needs to go on a dopamine detox. Whatever he's
I think
using
it's
to-
adult film.
and then
That energy is
that
so
could very well
Adult
be.
film?
That could
yeah,
very
because
well
it's
be.
so possessive and it's
Yeah.
taboo. Nobody wants to talk about it.
That's true.
And it's
I
like
didn't even think about that.
yeah, it's more like adult film, but like probably like anime because it's so hyper.
Hentai.
So it's so
He's
hyper.
obsessed with that shit. Like he had those weird like.
No, when I see his energy, I already
Stickers.
know, but I don't want to
Compulsive
investigate
lying.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compulsive lying, that's a sign of an addict.
Yeah.
For sure.
Addicts
Absolutely.
do
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
It was just like basic things. He was just
Right.
like, you know, it's like why? What's the point?
Because that's the new generation. There's so many ways to get captured digitally.
Yeah.
And I believe in his energy. That's why I was like,
This is yours.
Sometimes those homes or whatever, they also put you on meds too.
Yeah.
Just to help get your chemicals back to where you can
See?
start to learn
That's
how to
us.
function again.
Oh, two screens?
yeah. Because on your phone you could.
It's interesting.
I can get closer if you want.
No mallets, huh?
No, that's for what?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Okay, check your headphones. Is your charger conveniently to get?
I can brew some more water and while I'm down there too.
Namaste. Nah, namaste.
Can warm up too. Jam a little bit.
Live, there's already 40 people from those 3 platforms.
Yeah. Well, I have to enable the. Gotta enable that too.
Seems high. Chip, 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 chip.
I got the new headphone.
What's up, Helios? Welcome.
I said, 1, a 2, a 3 into the foe. 1, 2. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, look at it, nothing in there. We look at the blender, this is the waters and in the bug. You look at the blender, be the change, meditate. How's the view? Let me know that. How's the camera? The camera angles. Test, test, test. because we have a very really wide camera angle, try to make it more pleasant for you, because we want to stream vertically. Left camera is good. Yeah, that's how it is, because it's a wide lens, so the edge of the lens is going to be a bit more. Yeah.
Could you, where do you want to plug this?
Or I could bump up the
Plug it up back
aperture,
there, because if we plug it on that one,
the
everything's
bit
gonna
rate
stop.
of the bottom. Yeah, the bit rate of the bottom.
Extension cord.
It's okay. I don't mind being blurry.
Generally, it's generally about the vibes. Here.
Where is it?
It's, you have to lift up the, no, but if you touch that one, the video will be
Yeah.
funky. You have to lift up the bottom of the tapestry. Just keep on lifting until you find it. It's back there.
Yeah, because the bottom one, it's like a screen projector. Because it's the same camera. Unless you could duplicate it, I don't know. Thank you. I guess we should run through some ideas for this Tuesday. I've been doing more throat chanting on stream, which is this. welcoming Scorpion Queen, Kinsey, Cassie, Lorian.
Just flip the switch. Oh, circulating. I am not his wife.
No, that's the queen of the mystic village. And we got one queen here, and queen and king and queen over here.
We're just their humble servants.
What's the instrument? The lad on the right. This is called a handpan. The laddie here. Jaman. Yeah. So I was thinking do more throat chanting, because I've been doing extended, and then from just add to that. Can work on that, and just a new experience for them. I think maybe instead of being on the side, maybe just being center, just so it could be a different, to see what there's more room for them to lay down if we get rid of that table, because they're not sitting up looking at it.
Definitely not. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could still have the tables, but maybe like at the front for like some ambiance as they walk in. I mean,
Yeah, I think having, maybe when they walk in, having that, I was gonna bring an element, bring the cluster, the crystal cluster, to bring a new element, and yeah, no, I think it's leading somewhere. I just don't know yet, because they love to bottleneck this place, so we just have to keep doing amazing work. I think our goal, heal that lady with a stroke.
yeah.
Like, just straight up, hey, look, maybe just literally focus on more physical healing as a group. Like, let's cut the BS. Whatever issue you got, somebody got a stroke they're healing from, you got cancer, let the vibration enter your body, and we're going to send it today. And then just promote, like, have the awareness that you can heal your physical body through healing vibrations. It's just sometimes we're not aware, but even online people are reporting physical healing. And I think we need to, in that space, make it heal, physically healing people with the intention and just the vibes. It's already doing that, but I think we need to just amplify that more towards physical healing, because that's what people need. It's a miracle for their impossible, what they think is impossible. And so I'll be doing what Medicine Buddha, the Medicine Buddha, Om Mani Padme Hum, and the Vairocana, the primordial or the celestial Buddha. That's 3 mantras, and more masculine style. So that's. And so, we'll stick to our same format, which is just go with the flow and express the intention, and then just go with the flow. And then when everything's settled, then I'll come in with the Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mamo Gavarajana Mahamudra Manipama Javamapataya Om. And when the masculine energy hugs everybody, then I'll bring the Om Mani Om Mani Pamiu. Well, it's still like the shamanic vibe, you know, the Om Mani Pamiu, Om Mani Pamiu, Om Mani Pamiu, Om Piyata Om Vegande Vegande Ma Vegande Rajasamugade So Om Namo Gavirachana Mamudra Mani Pama Javama Pratya Om Namo Gavirachana Mamudra Mani Pama Javama Pratya Om Mani Pamiyo Mani Pamiyo Om Mani Pamiyo Mani Pamiyo. And I think what would help too is the shaker. Maybe have Jill bring that wand, the little, just shake it because it needs to like scrub. So we're gonna use this texture. So you can switch between drumming and just follow what feels right. Or if you have it on your elbow, just and then
This one.
yeah, that works too.
You'll be drumming.
You could too, but find whatever fits for you. You feel you
I
don't
can
need
just
to.
fit them too while you're doing.
So the whole time come from the solar plexus, because that's where that's my intention. So if we just hold the same intention of coming from our solar plexus, and just fill the room, fill the pyramid. So I believe that I'm gonna try to push that shamanic. It's like a powwow, not a sweat lodge experience. So bring that sweat lodge, and of course, just when you're feeling it, just increase the volume. Just fill it with the space and just clear. Okay, so let's just jam, and then when it happens, it'll happen. lost the audio, everybody?ขอบคุณครับ Welcoming everybody. Put some good background here. Welcoming Jessica, Scorpion Queen, Chicky, we got Lumina, Unpiled, Acorn, Augustina, Muso Patty. We have, of course, our brother Sean, sister Emily, brother Charles, brother Tanet here. And we have Teddy, brother Teddy. And then we have brother Jax, and the cat is probably on the stairwell. And what do you feel today from our brothers and sisters? Let me see. What's up, Teddy?
Kibby is the cat's name.
Oh yeah, the Kibby.
Not yet.
What did you experience on today's sound journey? What did you guys experience on the sound journey online or on here? How about Brother Sean?
Connected, I suppose. I always just feel in the zone. think today I was trying to come up with something new a little too hard and it just didn't work, so I just kept just went back to my heart and just was like, just chill out, don't worry about it. But yeah,
You're ready to do more.
for sure. I haven't practiced it a lot more, but I don't know.
Well,
It's still like it's a battle between using my head and being technical and just playing
That-
from the heart.
that's the mastery part, right? Learning to, you know what tool set you got, but you're not here to use it all the time. But when you use it, it's like you can't. If people know you have the tool out, like if you have a sword and you pull it out all the time, no one's impressed, right? No one's really feel anything. But when you bring it out, ooh. And what's the challenging part about the flow between the heart and the mind?
Combining the two, I suppose, for me, just really letting go of the mind, because I am still, self-conscious. I don't want to, sound offbeat or whatever you want to call it, I suppose. What my mind feels is, afraid of messing up, or I don't know how to say
Well,
it.
our group is definitely more sensitive to like disharmony, or when we hear it and it's like we're not feeling your heart right
For
now.
sure. Yeah, and I can feel it myself very, very quickly. I'm like, oh, I don't feel this. And then I'm just like, oh,
And sometimes it's that way, Sometimes it happens to me, and I just go back into my practice of just the foundations and bring your heart out. Because if we keep settling for the heart, it'll eventually, we're trying to water the seed of the heart, right? And then lead with the heart, and the mind follows through. And it's better to play from the heart than impress a lot of people with your head. And I learned that from TikTok. We can be here to impress people to keep viewers, or we can just be ourselves. And authenticity, you have to know there's a time and place to just do you, and it's not popular. And then find a balance between what people want, right? It's the mind. This sounds cool, but it's not as emotion. So there's burst of it that comes out. And how about Sister Emily Richardson, the queen and the animal keeper, the zookeeper? What did you feel on today's sound journey?
I felt just tranquility. I didn't have to think. I felt
It was the tea also. We got good tea today.
Yeah, some good tea. Yeah, just calmness, blissfulness, healing, and just openness. Felt great. So.
And
grateful.
this is your this is your one time in studio recently.
Yeah.
We have left Insight Timer completely.
I was gonna stay, but I decided
You may go back.
I need to put my energy where I see a future.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that with Insight Timer right now. Unfortunately, I don't see any forward movement, and I appreciate the container. It served its purpose for me, but I'm ready to focus on different things. So I've been having.
It was hard for me to leave Insight Timer because it's transformative, but it was because I made it transformative. Not I committed to it, and it was just a tool that's part. You can be attached to it, or you can just let go.
I'm good with letting go.
Muso Patty says, "Thank you guys. That was so heart-led. It transported me." Jessica says, "You are all in perfect harmony." Somebody said, "I meditated on the spirit of my late father. Each time it brings gratitude for his contribution." Beautiful. And how about Brother Charles? What did you experience on today's sound journey, brother?
Just trying to stay on beat, and I'm still in the sort of learning stages of
Flowing?
tapping into energy with music. I'm just definitely, watching y'all and just sort of adding my own little bit, but nothing too like flamboyant.
Yeah.
Just keeping it simple. in rhythm.
Eventually we will get to that flamboyant part, because we also just had this is the first time recently, right, that we have a drummer, and that allows more fire to be in this. Actually, the crystal bowls are pretty masculine because the amount of volume they produce, but we can also play them delicately, so it's a lot of balancing, right? A new practitioner in the circle requires more integration, and we also have to get used. Oh yeah, he's drumming. Oh wait, he's drumming too. And shakers, and we can all do this, the shaker thing, and just finding like what's the right balance of enough shaker. It's like, is that too much shaker? Oh, it's noisy. And so it's a meditation for us, which is a beautiful part. Anything else to add?
I'm wanting people to enjoy it, and at the end of the day, that's what matters more to me.
Yeah.
Is that other people that are receiving whatever they need to receive.
I think also, the congos, the little thing, the one that, what do they call that? The drums, the little drums, the bongos, yeah,
Bongos.
bongo.
Yeah, not the djembe, but
Yeah, I think that's something that you could incorporate in the future, because if I drum, you could always add it, because it's higher pitch, and or it's something we could actively share, because it's at the end it's rhythm, right? And,
Sure.
Just because I know that you enjoy a little technical aspect, and it's gentle. It's like wood, it's earthy, it's not so. I think the difficult part about what we're doing is we're in a small room with 4 people and loud instruments and 4 microphones picking up, like, and I'm looking at the levels it's going off, and
They said it was pretty good on Twitch, though. He said sound quality has been very good tonight.
oh, okay,
So,
sweet.
I mean, I don't understand the spiking sometimes, but
Yeah,
it's probably coming mixed on that.
no, it's this damn drum.
For sure, it spikes it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, there's no.
I know, yeah. It's just,
Even I'm like trying to play this so gentle.
Is it spiking?
Yeah.
Like just that little,
Yeah.
because it's so tight, right? But
Yeah,
so
for
that's
sure.
why I'm just. With 4 mics is like picking up so much, and the room is,
yeah.
But I think it's the best that it can. I mean,
Yeah, I'm glad we did this. I think it helps a
that
lot.
yeah, for sure. The crystal bowls sound a lot better.
Mm-hmm. They've sounded really good lately, for sure.
Yeah.
The volume on them, for sure.
Yeah, and is this easy? Like, many people when they see this, a lot of people's dream is crystal balls, and like we're online more, and there's a lot of practitioners, sound healers everywhere. If somebody's inspired, what inspires you? How do you get into this stuff for you?
For me, I needed it
Stop it.
to, I suppose, survive in a sense. I mean, yeah, as far as I'm aware, I needed meditation to survive, which then led me to listening to eventually sound baths, because I mean I would start with guided meditations, like how do you meditate, and then I'd go from there to binaural beats, and then sound bath eventually, and then wanting to meditate with other people brought me to your live sound bath, and then just needing it in a sense, because it's what makes me feel the most connected to life in general.
What do you think why is it healing to, like, why is sound healing, like, why does it
Healing?
work? Why does it heal? Why did it heal you? Like, when you hear it, what about it?
for me, again, it's what connects me to life. I've always felt that music is the most powerful art form, the most beautiful art form, because it's what you can actually like feel. You can feel the vibrations of the sound waves, the actual energy coming from the instruments, and that feeling, that sensation, along with the auditory response, is what makes me just go into a whole different place. Especially being at a live sound bath. I remember when I first started coming to yours and laying there under the tree in Buffalo Bayou and just
melting.
Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. It's very difficult to describe the feeling that you get. It's almost like you are in a different state of being, I suppose. And then coming out of that and opening your eyes and seeing the vibrantness of life, of earth,
so fresh,
of the trees, the sky, everything. It has such a different feel, different look, different smell, different everything to it. And it's what connects me to whatever you want to call that. I mean, just life, God, the universe, and whatever it may be. But
how about Sister Emily? What about sound healing that heals for you? Like, what inspired you to I'm gonna get those rainbow bowls or whatever,
Sparkalicious.
What about it that inspired you so much to be like, yep, I'm buying one? Because that's a big hurdle, because they're not cheap, but it has to be something strong that inspired you.
It was going to the sound baths that you were holding, and the transformation that I experienced. I never imagined that I would get out of depression, that I would become sober, that I would learn to truly be happy. And a lot of that came from the sound healing groups that I would go to, sometimes on twice a week, because we had it back on Saturday and Sunday, sometimes once a week. But true transformation that I experienced. So I figured, oh my gosh, if I can be this happy, if I can go from having this much anger in my heart to having compassion, to feeling at peace within myself, if I can do this, then really anybody could. The healing that I experienced within myself, my family, I'm not the same person that I was. And if I can go through that myself, then I can help other people. And this is my self-expression. Whenever I play the bowls, it's coming through me, and to be able to offer that sense of peace to others, and to be able to provide that space for people to just disconnect from whatever they're going through and be able to give their mind something else to focus on, but also going to, whenever you would do it, realizing that somebody was there from the purity of their own heart and not looking for money, not looking for anything from these people that were attending the live sound bath, but having a person do that makes you feel something. Because so often in life we go throughout life and there's always some type of exchange. If we want crystal healing, Reiki, if we want a tarot card reading, if we want to purchase something from the grocery store, there's always an exchange. And at first I was like, why is this dude showing up at the park and not charging anything? There has to be a catch. But continuing to go and experiencing that bliss, that calmness, just the energy of love, it's truly transformative. So if I can go through that, and if I can offer this to other people, this is what in my heart I felt mostly connected to. And being able to offer that to others is, sometimes it's hard, to stay focused. Sometimes we might get off track a little bit, but staying committed to the practice, it's incredible.
Yeah, the intention and the purity matter so much in healing, especially day and age. and it's not as heavy because you're around people who just come and leave with no expectations, which is kind of a lost art. Even when you go to church, there's going to be a basket passed around, or you're going to have to, and when you can just come and leave, it makes, I didn't know what to expect, I don't know. I just show up and played and left, because I myself was very resistant to money, so I never want to ask or anything like that, because it kept, when things are pure, you feel connected as a practitioner. But what do you feel happens?
The cat.
Cat feeling so good today, huh? What do you feel happens vibrationally, like when you hear, like, what for you when you're at the sound bath and you're like, what do you feel? What in you? Because I knew in the beginning you were crying a lot.
Yeah, I was releasing a lot for sure.
Yeah, well, like, what was that like? What happened that made you release a lot? Because you don't do as much crying now.
Not only was I journaling a lot and working through a lot within myself outside of the sound bath, but whenever I would go to the sound bath, it was like a journey. A lot of the times, you can just close your eyes and you go on a journey within yourself, and the different tones, the different frequencies. I remained open to it, and I think that comes with trusting the environment, with trusting the community, with trusting the practitioners there. But staying open and just allowing the vibrations of the bowls, of the flute, of the Tibetan bowls, of all the different instruments to drum. Some were more fire energy, so whenever the fire energy comes out with the drumming, and it kind of gives us that space to face certain things that we wouldn't face without it. It's like that support. It's like that, the heartbeat of the drum. It's like that embrace from Mother Nature, and feeling supported and feeling comfortable enough to sometimes go to that dark place. And whenever we face that, it's like the crystal bowls and the frequency kind of allows that us to release. And I felt a lot of it in my body, and I still do. You can feel it in different centers of your body, and you can feel healing within your body of wherever it's needed, but going without expectations, because sometimes we go to meditate and sometimes we go to a sound bath with expectations, like thinking, oh, I want to open my third eye, or I want to see the angels, I want to, talk to God, I want to have all these mystical experiences, because I definitely felt that in the beginning. But being able to get at the root and feel grounded and feel safety, because maybe we didn't feel safe whenever we were a kid, or having that forgiveness and the compassion and feeling that release within your heart. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be bodily. Sometimes we're just able to purely relax, and whenever we allow our bodies to relax and just let go and not even think, then whatever is meant to happen will happen.
In the beginning times of HTX meditation, we had a lot more mentorship because the group were a lot smaller, allowing us to go deeper. But things have to change, so now the mentorship is becoming more online. And you're mentoring people as you speak, when that's the beautiful part. And how about Brother Charles? Your sound, what do you think the sound does that makes you feel so good for a whole week for you? Because
so receiving is definitely totally different than actually giving. But to receive it, for me, it's the sounds. Sometimes it's harmony. Sometimes it's dissonance. Sometimes it's sounds that like the gong that are just sometimes they'll just hit you in like this tremor will just go through your body, and there's like you might be in this like really relaxed state, and it's like hearing a loud noise sort of like startles you, but it's like in your awareness, it's like in your bodily perception almost. And if you can just not try to like hope for anything, like you're not craving a feeling, but you're also not pushing away any like sounds, or you're not pushing away those like crashes, there's this type of clearing that just happens in your consciousness, and it's there's just this peace, there's just this tranquility that happens. It's almost like Vipassana, where we're not trying to push away, because if all is one, then anytime you push something away, you're pushing yourself away. And if all is one, and anytime you're like craving something, well, you're just craving something you're already a part of. So if you can just be there and just allow, then that's to me, that's the benefit that I get whenever I'm receiving sound bath meditation.
You remind me of the first time I rode a roller coaster called a Texas Tornado. It had this, like, you know, for your first roller coaster, you want something like chill, but when you're young, you don't know better, and you're just like, oh, I'll try that. It went tick 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 tick, and you can either like be like really tense with like the gong and the singing bowl, everything's loud, or you can just scream, because that's part of the harmony of being on a roller coaster. And I realized, oh, I actually feel better when I'm screaming when on a roller coaster. But in a sound bath, you just let go and let the vibration wash, which is why it's called a sound bath. But you can resist the bath though. You can resist, like, oh, here comes the damn gong. Sounds so eerie. Is it difficult to your initial thoughts about, like, you know, the gong, the scratching, and even just playing louder, you know, to be kind of it can be very upsetting to some people initially when you hear the gong go off over and over, or just drumming, ding 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 ding. Ooh, right? When we hear the throat chanting while laying down, it's like it can haunt some people. But, you know, as a practitioner, how do you feel when you have to use like more confrontational energy?
It's very difficult for me to do, even to this day. I still, I know that it has to be done, and I am not afraid to do it anymore. But I still feel like I'm like, okay, this is the time. Here we go. We have to do this, even though I'm like deep down. It's because I personally love, and am very water centric and very relaxed and just very smooth and easygoing, I suppose. So that like harshness is counter to my intuition. It's counter to what I normally, my vibration, I guess, if you will. But I know that there needs to be balance there, because too much water is a bad thing, just as much as too much loudness is. So I've learned to love it. I thoroughly enjoy the loudness, especially the chanting. I really like the loud, you know, rumble. Deep throat chanting, that rumble.
And didgeridoo.
Yeah, for sure, the didgeridoo. The gong at first, I was like, what? Why? What are we doing?
Yeah.
It definitely took me a while to get used to why that needed to happen, or how much of a tool that could be, especially when it's over, and the calm that comes after the storm of the gong is like, it makes you really appreciate the calmness that there is. Otherwise, you don't quite understand how amazing calm can be, I suppose. But yeah, I love the contrast now, but it was extremely difficult for me to get used to. But its place in the sound bath is very powerful.
But as we pay attention more, there's a time and place to use the gong, because sometimes the noise is so noisy, and we have a tool that can out-noise everything at the park. Which, if everybody which sometimes we have to go off on it because there's so much energy at the park. And what do you see from that, sister, when we, because even the bowls, you're like more gentle now, right? And do you have like what's the experience like learning to play loud? I mean, when before you started loud, now you're delicate. And then even the gong, like shh, shh, shh. Oh God, is he not gonna stop? Shh, right?
I love the gong. I'm like, clear my energy.
yeah. It's like
clear everything.
It's a tsunami of energy for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love the fire. I was a lot of fire before, and now, I'm definitely more gentle now, but knowing when to be louder, when to like more clearing. I guess I don't know. It's about intentionally reading the energy and knowing when to use more masculine and when to be more feminine, so it's really about paying attention in the moment, being extremely present within ourselves and our environments, and even the different elements at the park. We have to pay attention to everything, with the weather, with the wind, with the birds, with the cicadas. Nature and the universe are always speaking to us, but it's about us being aware in the moment and really paying attention and really listening to one another, because if he's playing the gong really loud, I don't want to play that loud, or maybe I do, so it's really about staying open and like staying connected to our heart.
The heart knows what
and just letting go of the mind.
I mean, that it's crazy how technical it can be when you actually heal people. When you don't heal people, you do the same thing, and you don't really know what the sound's doing. But which is why it's good to see what sound healers are doing out there. Did you expect it when you first got into sound, like crystal bowls? Did you know how much depth there could be?
No.
like and when you figure it out, like, how does it feel to figure out, whoa, this is like why it's healing, or wow, there's so much depth to it? Now that you're on the other side, what could you say for people who are becoming sound, because you can turn into a sound noise maker or sound healer?
Absolutely.
What's the like, can you share to the brothers and sisters, what does it mean to just what's the difference, noise maker and sound healer, now that you know the depth of what's possible with sound healing?
I mean, whenever I first started, I was a noise maker, right? I think we all have to start somewhere, and if you are a noise maker, just be aware and continue practicing, because we're not going to be perfect whenever we begin, but it's important to continue cultivating ourselves and being aware and trying new things, and paying attention. If we're really good at playing loud like I was, if we're really good at making noise, we need to do the opposite, right? We need to learn how to be more gentle, and that's being more gentle in our approach in a daily life and being more gentle with ourselves. Because if we're being very chaotic and fire, we need to look within us and find out why we're being that way, because it comes from the sound practitioner. That sound comes from the sound healer. But whenever we make a lot of noise, maybe we're doing it for the wrong reasons, or maybe we just need more practice. Are we doing it for money, or are we doing it from the love in our heart and for pure intentions to be there for others, to be providing peace for others, and paying attention to the people that are actually meditating? Are they moving around a lot? Are they fidgeting? Are they not really in the meditation? Because if they're not, then you need to pay attention to what you're doing and do something else, But I think it's really about the cultivation within ourselves that allow us to be more gentle, or allow us to be more fire, because sometimes we're not comfortable with the fire. Maybe we're playing super gentle and you can barely hear us. And working on why you need to create more fire in your life.
And this has to do with the concept of being excellent. Because when you want to do your best, you're going to look at the details. people are moving around a lot after the 50-minute mark. It means that the sound bath should be generally around 45 to 50 minutes. And if it's too short, then people feel like we don't feel like we did a good job because we know we could do, But of course, when we do amazing job, people don't want to leave, which is like we could do an hour and people still want more. And there's days where we're doing a good job with sound healing, but what they need is verbal, like gratitude. They want, because sometimes people aren't used to meditating, but the concept of paying attention is huge in what we're doing here. We pay attention to everything around us, the internet, how many people is here, are people commenting, are more mature people here, are there people in their heads here, and are we in our heads, what kind of tea are we drinking, how much are we drinking, how's the animals reacting. Every detail is like the universe talking, which is a beautiful thing that allows the healing to happen because we're just observing everything. We have a brother Charles who recently joined as a sound healer, but did you know about the depth of sound healing? Like when you joined the group, like what have you seen like compared to before and now? Like, is it just, what did you think it was before joining the group?
Guess I didn't really think about it. I imagined what it would be like to add some musicality to it, and then just learning more about your approach to sound healing, and also what other like healing rhythms, what that is, and like traditionally or in history and other cultures, how do ancient cultures, like what did they create? And as I started to learn more about that and how that could like fit in a meditation, it definitely changed my approach to less music and more just trying to hold, like giving people something to grab onto that's not too in their face, and just allowing you guys to sort of feel that space. So that's sort of, I don't know,
like there's a vibe to what we're doing and you're looking to like just match that vibe, which is kind of what we do as a group.
And giving the people receiving just some sort of steady something to hold on to. So if they don't have like anything to hold on to, then they can, who knows where they're going.
Which is why it's very important to that we pay attention to the people around us and connect, because if we're too gentle, then they don't feel the heartbeat of the drum. And if we're too loud, we could be scaring some people off, and sometimes they need it.
I mean, I'm definitely relying on you to tell me, what vibe you're wanting. And I'm imagining at some point that dynamic will shift to where maybe I might be inspired to sort of lead that sometimes. Maybe you might be inspired to lead that.
Because there's there's drums.
So, but for now, I'm kind of enjoying just like being told what to do.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, it was many months of telling the group like, all right, now, tuck, 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 tuck. And then eventually but at that time I was doing more of it, right? I was very just telling, and so maybe that's what needs to happen. Like we just need to like face each other more. Right?
It's good that there is a leader. In my opinion, it's good that there's someone who's taking charge and actually directing and conducting. But if we could actually all be in tune with the energy and all that stuff, then there could be more of a collaboration. But I think if the intention is, for a healing, and I like that there is someone sort of directing the flow.
Well, I'm paying attention to all the sounds, and how does it do I feel like this is dope and this is gonna heal anything? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm paying attention to. How does it make right at this moment while we're doing this flow, a certain music, he's doing his thing, handpan or the drum a certain way, does it feel that it's penetrating? Does it feel like I'm being filled with energy? And of course it requires us to explore together as a group, because it is a new experience for us to have a drummer and that's dedicated, because it allows us to like have a more heartbeat flow at any time and like follow, because at the end it's doing, the drum is leading most of like when you're going to war, ding ding ho, right? And so eventually I think you'll just, because there's not much to it, it's more about you detecting what the universe, that's the right, how the universe and I think that's when you get to that point, it's gonna be I think you're already doing it. It's just more about when you surrender completely and you can just vibe it out and I think it requires you just going for it. And if it sounds like crap, I just do my drum, change up the rhythm.
We'll see. Because the most drum practice that I've done is for like belly dancing music, which isn't necessarily for healing, right? So for now, as I'm exploring and learning more about what rhythms are conducive for healing, I'm okay just sort of taking a more like back.
And I think it may be like that because the drum is so simple, but it's so outstanding that just dung dung dung, dung, and then chanting with the drumming. Like I can see, instead of me drumming, I just keep the general beat here, and then if I speed it up, and because I'm feeling something, like I'm feeling like the iconic thing coming out of the group, whatever, like just the healing energy that you can't find anywhere else. I mean, we're very original because we do everything from the heart, and we don't like routine because the master teaches us don't do the same crap over and over. That's uninspiring. But there are some things that are the same, but it's about here. But routine means like coming from your head and just whacking, but from the heart you're like, because the result, right, when you do it from the heart, the environment, like people's heart are blossoming. It's like a lotus opening when the healing happens. So whenever we're doing a great job, you can feel in people's eyes like some magic happening, and that's that's our goal. Just to be honest, like our goal is after we're done, people's aura radiate, right? Because that's what I saw in Emily, and that's how I knew, like, okay, something's working. When it's working, I keep investigating more, and as a group, it's gonna take some time to but of course, we as a group can cover more ground. Mm-hmm. Like we can do 1,000-person sound bath at this point, and I believe that's our future.
I think what I'm wanting to do is like record different varieties of beats, give them to you to like loop and feel which ones you feel inspired by, mm-hmm. which ones you don't feel inspired by. Mm-hmm. And we can just slowly add to like a selection. I think that would be interesting to play with.
You would enjoy variety, but then in those variety, there's a category. There's some more like war. Okay, so there's one that's traditional. that can all be like that. That all that 3 varieties is one group, and then there's just the randomness. So we generally found the 3 categories, and in those categories you can explore everything, but you just, I guess it's like a 1 count. Because what's happening in what I'm seeing, I'm literally seeing a shaman when I'm here. Right, so I'm seeing when that rhythm's happening, I'm feeling like Mother Earth like start dancing, like a spirit dancing, or that's what I'm perceiving, and I'm feeling there's a story going on within me. So to me it's more of a visualization that's happening than actual like variety. And so when we're doing the randomness, I'm seeing the Zen monk just sitting there with his flute, and it so there's a like a cinematic experience happening, but in that cinematic experience it's feeling. It's more like a feeling that's happening with that story. And when that feeling is so much unconditional love, I'm like, yeah, keep going, because the mind will eventually get distracted because it's repetitive. And then this is when we change. So you can explore the different varieties as much as you want, and yeah, you can definitely record it. We can discuss it, and because it's more about what inspires you is exploration, because you're at the point. And of course the whole time we're going to be exploring, but it's like intentionally like studying different rhythm. I'm sure that can be very fun, and then new instrument will come and like break that completely. Like, okay, it's just this drum now, okay, now try the djembe, that twanginess. And so have fun. Okay, did you read anything interesting on here that you see?
There was a lot, but nothing that really needs to be.
Okay.
Somebody asked the question right there.
Where?
On TikTok.
When I'm listening to vibrations and frequency, is feeling nausea okay? If you're listening to something and you're getting nauseous, oftentimes lower the volume.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're doing it too, like sometimes you need to, it's too intense. You can lower the volume, but of course investigate. Like sometimes that nausea is a bodily response to something you're holding on to in your mind, which is like, it could be abandonment, it could be at a time, like there could be abuse, and facing it and forgiving, which is like crying, is a really common thing when we're experiencing sound healing that's effective. Tears. When I hear crying during sound healing, I know, okay, we're doing a great job, keep doing this thing, because it means they feel something with emotion and it releases, and it's safe for them to release, versus they're crying alone. But with community, when we cry, we're being heard and seen quietly, and it's a magical thing. This is, again, Sister Emily was like #1 crier at one point, and I was like, okay, is this? And I thought it was gonna keep going, but she just
stopped.
A lot less now. Yeah, so the tears the tears happening in the right environment is so healing, but crying alone sometimes it's so heartbreaking. But of course you can cry alone in a healthy way with music and with intention. I let go of my trauma. Final words from our brother Sean about sound healing or just healing yourself.
It's not easy. It does take work. So thank you all for being here tonight with us, because it's just being here and doing something that's positive for you. I assume what we're doing has a positive impact on you. I don't really know specifically in your case, but I think I can assume that what we're doing here and why you're here is for positive reasons. So thank you all for being here. And even though it's not easy, it is worth the long journey, a journey that is never going to stop. So keep going.
Dharma Geek says, it's rare that a sound healing group without egos develops. Something wonderful is happening through you. Yeah? That's the goal. Stay humble. How about Sister Emily? Healing, sound healing, whatever's on your heart.
And just never give up on yourself. Sometimes the road can get kind of hard to the point where you feel like it's just not going to change. But with consistency and with commitment to yourself. It's all about committing to yourself. And if you continue working and developing yourself and doing peaceful things that bring you a sense of peace, a sense of hope, and a sense of happiness, once you find something that works, don't stop doing it and continue. Whenever we find things that make us happy, getting out of our comfort zone. If you're scared to go to a sound bath, if you're scared to go to a group that might seem a little hippie and out of your comfort zone, but if you feel like a pull in your heart to do something, there's a reason why that pull is there. So just explore and continue focusing on yourself, because with consistency, you will find change. You will find positive movement, but it takes time and it takes true commitment to yourself. So don't give up.
And try to stay single for a while exploring, because when you're exploring and healing yourself, you're going to find other damaged people that want to hook up with you. So do your best to, stay grounded until you heal deeply, because if you don't, it could just be another heartbreak that you signed up for. And there's a lot of that online that I've been crossing, How about Brother Charles? Final words about healing or sound healing from your heart?
Sound healing, maybe for the aspiring sound healers out there, if find something you like first, and then I think everything will fall into place after that. Like I'm a big fan of us,
like the group sound
just
healing.
the actual players and the sounds we make. I'm a big fan, and so
it's easier for you to be inspired.
Yeah, it's inspiring, and if you enjoy it, then chances are other people will receive it the way they need to receive it as well.
Yes, follow the inspiration. Go to the dang metaphysical shop and just play audibles. That's what I still do randomly sometimes, once in a blue moon now. I didn't think anything that we're doing is possible, but in my heart, I was willing to try and explore. I was like, how the heck am I going to afford all these things at all? But when you believe, when you just feel good, like, I'm trying to do that, right? I want to do this sound thing. And then as you surrender to it, it chooses you, and you go on a roller coaster ride like we are now, and going to different festivals, and the beautiful part is that it's fun. It's fun, and the impact that we make on when you enjoy what you do and it helps the world, freaking, that's called happiness. That's what the Buddha calls. He said, when the work that you do helps people, feel joy, then that's called happiness. And then when I heard that, I was like, word. It's like, yeah. And every day that you do that, your life becomes so happy, because you get to share your happiness with others, and when they heal, you get blessed by their happiness too. So the world becomes a brighter place. Anyway, so please check out, if you would like to follow their TikTok, thank you ABS, thank you Dharma Geek, Huma, thank you for being here. We got Jules, again we have bioman_HTX meditation, Emily.Richardson, Helios_rising HTX, And me, you already know. Okay. Thank you, everybody, and shout out to the Philippines. Freedom Faith, thank you so much. Shout out to the famous daughter learning to play the flute. Is she still into the flute, or did she take a break?
No, she's still into it.
She's still.
She got the drum now, so she's into that too.
Dang, drum and flute. She's gonna be a whole walking sound healing group. Thank you, Isaiah, and I'll see you tonight. Thank you.